What we'll do is we'll begin by chanting. We'll do what is called as japa. You're already introduced to it. Those who are coming already we know it. We start the class by chanting. This chanting is like a prayer. All of us have at least one problem in life. Correct? Is there anyone here who doesn't have any problem? There was only one person who said no problem. This was in Doordarshan. There was an ad. One Japanese fellow used to say, no problem. You remember? Anyone remember? Yaad nahi hai advertisement. No one remembers that? Okay. In Doordarshan there was an ad. One Japanese guy used to say, no problem. He used to say, oh, एक ही आदमी मैंने सुना, no problem. Everyone has at least one problem. So what we are going to do is, आज, while chanting, every week when we chant, we will take that problem and give it to who? Krishna. Okay. We'll tell him that अभी तू solve करना. मेरे पास मेरे हाथ में नहीं है ये. Okay. That one problem which plagues you most, give that problem to him in chanting. Don't worry, कृष्णा सुनेंगे या नहीं सुनेंगे, मुझे क्या मालूम वो सुन रहे हैं या नहीं. All these questions will come from the mind, right? Tell that mind to keep quiet for some time. तो बोलो काम मत करना अभी. Okay? चुपचाप एक जगह में बैठ and let me focus on the Lord. So give your problem to him. So chanting has to be, we will do intense chanting. Intense means we will not think about our boss. We will not think about our job. We will not think about our targets. We will only think about, we will hear that. Whatever we are chanting, we will hear that. We are going to switch off the lights. Okay, don't go to sleep. We are going to switch off the lights. Whatever we say from our mouth, we are going to hear. And when everyone is chanting, don't sit like this. You have to chant. When kirtan is going on, we have to chant. Trust me, whether you believe or whether you don't believe, you will not even lose $1 by chanting Krishna's name. Correct? No? Will anyone lose any money by chanting? Will we lose our self-respect by chanting? Will we lose our prestige by chanting? Do you think that will happen when you take the names of Ram and Krishna? Will we lose anything? Hands up. Anyone thinks like that. What are you going to lose? Right? So, but what if it is true? Then you will win big time, no? So give your problem to him. So we will chant very, very attentively. Attentive chanting is the key to realizing Krishna. Attentive chanting is the fastest way of building our connection with Bhagavan. It is said that when we chant the name, Krishna comes. And then he is telling, Bulaya mujhe, kya karu? That's what he does. Okay? And this is not, I am not dramatizing. This is the Shastra. When we chant the Lord's names, God comes. Okay? Slowly, you will realize it in your life that it is happening. Initially, it will sound theoretical. It may even sound far out. अरे मैंने बुलाया आगे क्या husband है क्या? He may think like that. You may have a doubt, right? But actually, he comes. Okay? So we will close our eyes nicely and we will chant very, very, in a very prayerful mood. Okay? And don't forget to pray for two people. Rekha Mataji's husband and Dipankar Prabhu's grandmother. Put a prayer in between for them also. Wishing them a speedy recovery. Okay? We'll pray to the Lord. We'll pray for us. We'll pray for our near and dear ones. And we'll pray for the whole world. Okay? Okay. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. I will not ask you how was the experience. Those who have chanted with your heart, the experience has to be good. Right? But those who have not chanted with the heart, you will get tremendous benefit. दिल से किया या नहीं किया, you will still get tremendous benefit. Because Krishna is not like our office manager. Okay? He will see what you have done. He doesn't look what you have not done. Right? Krishna is called as Bhavagrahi Janardana. What is he called as? Bhavagrahi. So he knows this spirit soul, ye mera bachcha, this child of mine has come all the way to Altona Meadows for the purpose of connecting with me. Therefore, I appreciate it. And you have no idea, by the activity of this last 3-5 minutes, whatever chanting that we did, how many years of karmas we have burned. We can't even estimate. We can't fathom that. This chanting is a very, very powerful process. But it has to be done every day. Not only on Fridays when you come for the program. Chanting is a everyday activity. And we will talk more about it in the ensuing programs. So, I am not going to give a long recap. Okay, my recaps, I told you, will become shorter and shorter. Today it will be an express recap because we have a lot of things to cover today. This express recap is for the members who have come for the first time. So I am humbly requesting people who are coming for the first time to give me your full attention. Okay, so that this is the only recap that I can do for you. Okay, you have missed all the previous classes. So this recap is specifically for you. Okay, and in between I may ask a quiz for all those people who are attending, who have attended last class. Okay, and we will give you pass mark or what? Not fail mark. We will give you 80 KT. I come from Mumbai. You have heard of 80 KT? Anyone? No? Allowed to keep term. You can carry the subject to the next semester like that. Okay. No failure. Who says no failure? Krishna is saying. I am not saying. There is no failure in Krishna Bhakti. Where does he say it? He tells that in Bhagavad Gita. He says, Neha Vikramanashosti Pratvayona Vidyate Svalpamapasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. There is no loss when you do Krishna Bhakti. You only can gain from here. Okay, yeah. Okay, alright. So, a quick recap. What have we discussed in these programs? This program is based on a book called as Bhagavad Gita. We will not speak outside of what Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam or the Puranas have said. I am not going to invent any philosophy from my pocket and say, I think like this. Who cares what I think? We are going to speak from the scriptures. There are certain truths which were communicated by Lord Krishna to Arjun in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. For the people who have come for the first time, this recap is for you. Please give us your full attention so you don't miss one single point. Every point in Bhagavad Gita is important. Otherwise, you will not connect with the thread in future classes. If we don't know a plus b the whole square formula, we cannot go to quadratic equations. How can we understand quadratic equations if we don't know basic formula, right? Therefore, right now I am telling you the basic formula, whatever we have learnt in previous classes. What are some of the sublime truths that Lord Krishna is telling Arjun in the battlefield of Kurukshetra? The first truth is that Arjun, you are not your body. आप अपना शरीर नहीं हो. हूँ तारू शरीर नथी. बराबर बोला? You are not your body. Okay? Then who are you? You are spirit soul. You are resident of your body. You are not your nose, you are not your hand, you are not your eyes, you are not your ears. You are that person to who those eyes and nose belong to. That is you. जो भाड़े में इस शरीर में रह रहा है. Who is tenanted inside this body. That is you. Okay? Understand this first. That is what Krishna is telling Arjun. Death simply means that you will exit this body. This rental agreement with this body will come to a closure and then you will get another body. That another body what you get depends upon so many things. There is no guarantee that the next body will be human body. It can be an animal body also. And all of you have told me, unless the new members want something different, all of us, if we have another birth, don't we want a human body? Anyone wants to be born as dog, mosquito, cockroach, lizard? No one wants that kind of a manushya janmam da vonu namak. Namak animal janma vanda. We don't want what? समझ में आया सबको? तमिल समझ में आया? ठीक है. मांडा means नहीं चाहिए. Anda. Right? Nathu tathu. Nathu tat. Nat part. Nat jotu. नथी जोइतो. या नहीं चाहिए हमको एनिमल शरीर नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है. Now even human body we don't want in Syria or Pakistan or Afghanistan. Even as human being we want भगवान उधर मत डालो यार. एक तो टेररिज्म भी है, ऊपर से अर्थक्वेक भी होता है. राइट. देयर इज नो गारंटी दैट मेरा एशियन पेंट्स वाला ट्रैक्टर डिस्टेंपर वाला बेडरूम कल मेरे सर पे ना गिरे. ओके. देयर इज नो गारंटी लाइक दैट. ओके. इन सीरिया. सो इवन वी डोंट वांट दैट बर्थ इन मोस्ट ऑफ द प्लेसेस ऑन अर्थ. सब जगह में वांदा है आज. Every place in this world has got some problem, right? So we have lot of, we don't know what we want. If we start thinking, no, somebody real comes and asks, next lifetime kahan chahiye? The number of asks that we have itself will be huge, right? Even if you are born next lifetime as a PR, as a citizen of Australia from childhood, okay? By birth you are citizen, not by, what is it called? What are the two types of citizenship? नहीं by what? Naturalization वाला. Natural means birth हुआ है ना? या नहीं हुआ है? Natural by birth, not that I paid money and all and got citizenship, right? Not that my descent वाला. So if next lifetime you are born here also, still there is, it's not a good news. Why it is not a good news? Next lifetime also Australia, nice birth you will have, okay? You will be born in Armadale suburb, okay? And you will be, your father will come to pick you up from the maternity ward when you are born in a Bentley car. What more you want? अभी क्या चाहिए बस उससे ज़्यादा, right? You will look like Salman Khan right from the time you have come out of the womb. कितना सुंदर बच्चा है. And all the girls will be eyeing you when you are teenager. It's a dream of anyone, right? Handsome, like that. Right? Wife will be like Aishwarya Rai. Money will be like, you already have Bentley car. Okay. सब कुछ है. You will have investment property also in the same suburb. 3 investment properties. What more are we working for today? इससे ज़्यादा सब मिल गया, let us say. Still what will happen? It's not good proposition. Why? Why? Eternal happiness. I am happy yaar. क्या problem? Bentley car है. अब कुछ तो है. In Tamil there is a song. அழகான மனைவி அன்பான துணைவி. தெரியுமா சார் அந்த பாட்டு? எல்லாமே பகவான் கொடுத்துருக்கார். Everything is there यार. और क्या चाहिए यार life में अभी? Thank you very much. You have passed without 80. All others you have to repeat the semester. Okay. So even though you are born there, there are 4 things which will catch you even in next lifetime in that Armadale suburb. 4 things. क्या है वो? जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि. कहीं भी रहोगे. अहमदाबाद में भी है, सूरत में भी है, बड़ौदा में भी है, राजकोट में भी है. किधर जाओगे? राइट. भावनगर पण छू. ओके. जिधर भी रहोगे, गुजरात में रहोगे, दिल्ली में रहोगे, इंडिया में रहोगे, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहोगे, टिम्बकटू में रहोगे, द 4 प्रॉब्लम्स विल बी देयर विच विल नॉट लीव अस. व्हाट इज दैट? जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि. देयरफॉर व्हाट शंकराचार्य टोल्ड इन भज गोविंदम, पुनरपि जननम पुनरपि मनरम. न सुनर जठरे शयनम बहु दुस्तारे कृपया पारे मुरारे. हु इज मुरारे? कृष्णा. हाँ, killer of the Murali demon, carrier of Murali. Right? Who is that person? Shankaracharya ne kya bola? Who he said? Bhaja Govindam. Govindam is not that Govinda. Okay? Akhiyon se goli mare wala Govinda. Not that fellow. Okay? Bhaja Govindam. Govindam means who? Krishna. Govinda. Govinda. Who is Govinda? Yeah. And who said that? Shankaracharya said that. Come out of the cycle of this birth, disease, old age, death. इसमें सड़ते मत रहो. Don't keep. Where is your better half gone? Okay. Okay. Am I audible inside? Okay. आप टॉयलेट में भी एक रखो स्पीकर. ओके. महमूद बोलता है ना, हम छोड़ूंगे नहीं, हम पकड़ के रखूंगा जी. इधर भी जाएगा, आवाज आएगा. ओके. So we have to get out of the cycle of. That's why we are here in Altona Meadows today. Enough of this. बहुत हो गया अभी तक. What is the point in coming all the way? Can you imagine again फिर स्कूल जाना पड़ेगा यार. वही A for apple. Oh my God. Again the teacher will tell your son is not interested in studies. फिर mother will say यार एक थप्पड़ लगाएगी. क्या है यार. और उसके बाद आके फिर से वही इन्फोसिस में काम करो, टेल्स्टा में काम करो, बेंडिगो बैंक में जाओ. क्या है यार. वापस वही फिर से. और नया क्या होने वाला है. करेक्ट. नया क्या होने वाला है. टेल मी. और व्हाट डू यू थिंक विल हैपन इन नेक्स्ट लाइफ टाइम. नेक्स्ट लाइफ टाइम क्या होगा. लेकिन टैक्स जरूर बढ़ेगा, इंटरेस्ट रेट्स भी बढ़ जाएगा. राइट. ये जन्म में ही दिख रहा है. कैन यू इमेजिन व्हाट द टैक्सेस विल बी व्हेन द अर्थ स्टॉप्स प्रोड्यूसिंग फूड ग्रेन्स. व्हेन यू गो टू कोल्स, एटलीस्ट नाउ यू विल से ठीक है यार विक्टोरिया मार्केट से सब्जी लेते हैं. कोल्स इज नॉट अफोर्डेबल एनी मोर. राइट. वी विल गो टू नो व्हाट इज दैट फुटस्क्रे मार्केट एंड बाय. After that, that Footscray market will also, they will say, no carrot, sir. Only meat available, sir. Earth has stopped producing. No carrot. Okay, that is what they will tell you. No carrot, no brinjal, nothing. Do you want to come to this rotten material world again when the earth would have stopped producing? I am not saying this. The scriptures are saying that. Anyone who remembers the verse. Optional question this is. You will not fail if you don't answer. But at least the English translation you have to tell. That is compulsory. Otherwise you will get 80 KT. Which verse did I quote to say that this material world will rot going forward? Who remembers?
I remember the verse, but it says like the age will be less and you will not get food to
Tatascha anudinam dharmam satyam shaucham shamadaya kalena balina rajan Nangshati Ayu Balam Smriti. With as Kali Yuga progresses, what is going to happen? बहुत मजा आएगा. True or false? कुछ मजा नहीं आएगा. Right? Truthfulness will go down, religiosity will go down, earth will stop producing, man will eat man. Third class and fifth class men will come to positions of power. Third class and fifth class men. Don't think udhar next saintly personality will become the president or prime minister. No. Okay. We are very fortunate right now. We have a sensible prime minister. Don't think it will continue forever. You all know that. Even he is subject to Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. Right? Right? So in Kali Yuga, the predictions are not good. So when the time is good, become serious and escape this jail of material existence. Escape this jail when your health is good. Do not worry. Who is saying? Krishna is saying. Do not worry about what sins you have done in the past. Just surrender to me. I will deliver you from all your sins. Do not fear. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. Do not fear, he says. எங்கிட்ட விட்டுருங்கோ, என் கையில் விட்டுருங்கோ. Sharanagati. Leave it to me, he says. And what is the meaning of Sharanagati? What is the practical definition of Sharanagati in Kali Yuga? करूँ क्या? ये शरणागति में करना क्या होता है प्रभु जी? करूँ क्या शरणागति में? That is what you did just now. Picking up the bead and chanting. That is Sharanagati in Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, what was Sharanagati? Yagya. Right? Meditation. Then Yagya, meditation. In the previous yugas, temple worship. But in Kali Yuga क्या है? घर बैठे बैठे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. I will not do this. I will chant Om Namo Narayanaya. Very good. Very good. Right? We are not saying only you should chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chant Om Namo Narayana. Ramanujacharya has given that. Do that. No problem. Good. Same thing. Is Narayana different from Krishna? Is Krishna different from Narayana? Yes or no? Yes and no. We will tell you that later. Abhinay. In future classes, we will tell you the difference. Okay? But you can chant Om Namo Narayana. Very powerful mantra. It will take you out of this. It will take you to Vaikuntham straight away. Right? Can you chant Hu Gujarati Chu? Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Karu Chu. No problem. Do that. Karo. Isne bola hai. I want to chant Vitthala Vitthala Jaya Hari Vitthala 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 Jaya Hari Vitthala. Karo na? No problem. Chant. No problem. Vittal is Krishna only. Kya problem hai? But what we are chanting right now? We are chanting Rohit Virat, Rohit Virat, Rohit Virat, Rohit Virat. ये chanting, ये नहीं चलेगा. This will give you entertainment for some time and disappointment also when they lose, right? Krishna will never disappoint, but हर मैच में जीत ही है, ठीक है? हर मैच में जीत है. When you take Krishna's name, this is the difference. All right. So therefore, do not plan to come back into this material world. But Prabhuji, how do I? What keeps me in this material world? मैं तो जाना चाहती हूँ. I want to escape this jail of birth, disease, old age and death. फिर भी I don't know. I am not. What will Prabhuji? What is the risk? What is the risk? What is it that keeps me in this material world? Maya. Maya means what? Maya has got 5 children. Who are the 5 children of Maya? 3 छोटे छोटे पिल्ले हैं उसके. P-A-G-E-L. Pagal. Pagal. P for pride. Pride. Ahangaram. Pride. I am a big man. I know everything. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? मनु बद्धू आवड़े छे. बराबर बोला है? नहीं मारू बद्धू क्या बोला? करेक्ट. मने बद्धू आवड़े छे. Who are you to tell? This is called as what? Pride. Pride. Okay. Pride is one thing which Krishna does not tolerate. He will tolerate sin also, but he will not tolerate pride. Okay. If you see every demon that Krishna has killed, what was he trying to kill? Pride. I can be better than you, Krishna. I can fight with you. तू भगवान है, मैं भी शवाशेर हूँ, देखते हैं. That is what he cut. He nips it in the bud. Pride. Okay. But that pride is what keeps us in this material world. So what is the quality we should cultivate? What is the opposite of pride? Humility. Okay. So we have to cultivate humility. We have to feel always that, Lord, I am dependent on you. A good example of humility is child towards mother. Child doesn't tell mother, what mother's milk? Protein है क्या उसमें? No, it just drinks mother's milk. That's all. Simple. It is just surrendered to the mother. Mother, whatever mother tells, it eats. The child eats. Like that we have to become. Like babies, we have to become in front of the Lord. We have to get back our innocence. We have become very complicated animals. Because we have got what? Which degree we have got? MBA. That is why. Or B.Tech. Yes?
2 cars. One is a Mini Cooper BLL 344. Anyone? Give it to me, I'll put it inside. And there's another one, there's an Audi AVT 849. Can I get the keys?
Okay. So what were we saying?
MBA.
MBA. This world teaches us how to become master of business administration, how to become master of science, MS, master of technology. But this material education doesn't teach us how to become servant of God. सब मास्टर एजुकेशन ही सिखाते हैं इधर. सर्वेंट एजुकेशन नोबडी. सपोज इज ए सर्वेंट ऑफ गॉड डिग्री. That is what we have to become. To go back to escape this material world. And that requires humility. It requires humility. You mentioned a very nice point, Naren. Naren, correct also? I said correct? Okay. He said that I want a guru, right? The very thought that I want a spiritual master, that thought comes from humility. That I don't know. I want to surrender to a teacher, spiritual teacher. Like in that, in my childhood, I used to watch that. What is that? 36 Chamber of Shaolin. Have you seen that? Oh, master, teach me kung fu. Like that. Have you seen that movie? देखा है वो? हाँ? नहीं देखा आपने. देखा ही नहीं है. क्या मतलब मिस किया आपने. ब्रूस ली का क्या वहाँ रिटर्न ऑफ द ड्रैगन. Oh, master. Because this culture was there in Japan, and that there is a sensei, there is a master from who I learn kung fu or karate, like that. Similarly, in spiritual life also we will need a sensei, master. ऐसा नहीं अपन खुद ही पढ़ लेते हैं बाप, अपने को नहीं चाहिए, आप ही गुरु है. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, I am the guru. My mind is the king. अपन को सब पता है. I will sort out myself. मुझे नहीं चाहिए कोई गुरु. This is called as ahankar. Ahankar means what? Like that. Okay. Ahankar. I told you, no. When I was doing books distribution, there was one person. I told him, uncle, Bhagavad Gita. He said, what did he say? I know all these things. Then I asked him, what's your favorite chapter, uncle? I can't ask him how many chapters are there in Bhagavad Gita, correct? Because he will feel that I am challenging him. So I asked, आपका favorite chapter कौन सा है? खोला होगा तभी favorite chapter होगा ना. Only if you have opened you will have a favorite chapter. But you have not even opened the book and you say, I know everything. This is called as ahankar. This is a sure shot recipe to continue in this material world, in the cycle of punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So pride, not acceptable. What is the second pagalpan? Anger because our material desires are frustrated. कितना कोशिश किया वो टूरक का घर मिलता ही नहीं है. We are frustrated because we couldn't buy some house in Tarnit or Point Cook, right? But we are not worried. We think about those people who don't know where the next meal will come from. So anger comes from also lack of gratitude and appreciation for what we have. Rather, getting angry thinking about what others have and we don't have. That is what gets anger. Material expectations leads to anger. Okay, when material expectations are not fulfilled, when it is not in our karma, whatever we do, it is not going to come. And when we are not willing to accept that, we become angry and frustrated. Greed. That is the third pagalpan. P for pride, A for anger, G for greed. Greed means you want more and more and more. There is no end. What does Krishna tell in Bhagavad Gita? I told you. What does Krishna tell in Bhagavad Gita? Arjuna, the more you fulfill your material desires, it is like pouring dash on dash. 2 marks. The more you fulfill your material desires, आप क्या कर रहे हो? उसको बढ़ा रहे हो. There was a beautiful bhajan. The bhajan says, मिटेगी कब मेरी तृष्णा, सुनूंगा वंश जब कृष्णा. Which means what? मिटेगी कब मेरी तृष्णा. When will this material desires, ये जो continuous desire, ये भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए, मिटेगी कब मेरी तृष्णा. When will this stop? It will only stop sununga vamsi. When I hear your flute, that time this material desire will stop. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra which you are chanting is the sound of his flute. I am not saying this. Scriptures, Shastras are saying. Krishna's flute, whatever sound comes, all these sounds, Om, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all these things are coming from his. They are all coming from him. It's a sound, Prabhupada says, it's a sound coming from the spiritual world. Right? Only when we take this chanting seriously, ये जो आग जो अंदर है, in Bombay language we say कीड़ा, ये तब खत्म होगा. Right? Till that time this कीड़ा is there, we will continue in this material world. बार बार आना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? वो होता है ना, वो हिंदी में गाना है, इस अंजुमन में आपको आना है बार बार. राइट? तो इस दुनिया में बार बार आना है अपने को. राइट? सो वी हैव टू टेक दिस मैसेज वेरी सीरियसली. व्हाट इज द फोर्थ वन? ईगो. नो, इटी. Envy. You're right. Ego contains all this pagalpan. Envy means what? हाँ, उसकी साड़ी मेरी साड़ी से सफेद तो पेंट डाल दूंगी उसके साड़ी में, आग लगी उसकी साड़ी को. This is called as envy. Greed means அவன்ட்ட இருக்கிறது எனக்கு வேணும். Envy means எங்கிட்ட இல்லைன்னா அவன்ட்டும் இருக்கக்கூடாது. That is the difference between greed and envy. அவன்ட்ட எப்படி இருக்கு? எங்கேயோ एक्सीडेंट आना उनका नन्ना இருக்கும், उसका गाड़ी किधर ठोकर मार के ख़त्म हो गया तो हाँ, लेकिन अंदर जाके पूछूंगा व्हाट हैपेंड, आपका गाड़ी ठोकर मारा सुना, सो सॉरी. अंदर खुशी हो रही है, बाहर से सो सॉरी टू हियर दिस. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज एनवी. राइट? एनवी इज 100% वी विल बी इन दिस वर्ल्ड. इवन इफ वी एनवी 1% वी विल कंटिन्यू हियर. वी कांट गो विद ऑल दिस. उधर भी जाके हम लोग पोल्यूट करेंगे वैकुंठ में. बोलते इसको कहाँ से भेजा यार इधर, दे विल आस्क. The last is what? Lust. Lust is the opposite of love. Even in marriage, is the premise of the marriage based on bodily lust, or is it based on love for another soul? That is what big time difference in success of marriage and failure of marriage. सिर्फ हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ एक दूसरे का हवस बुझा रहे हैं बैठ के, तो दैट मैरिज इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? गृहमेधी. इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? गृहमेधी. Whereas when the premise of a marriage is mutual respect for each other, mutually helping each other in getting out of the cycle of birth, disease, old age and death, such a marriage is called as what? Grihastha ashram. I am not saying this. Srimad Bhagavatam 2nd canto says this. Canto 2 verse number 3. Nidraya hriyate naktam vyavayena chavavayah diya cha arthahaya rajan diva cha arthahaya rajan kutumba bharanenava. The life of a envious householder, hear me carefully, the life of a envious householder is passed in the day in working very hard and in the night for having sex. I am not saying this, scriptures are saying this verse. What does the envious householder do? He works very hard during the day and in the night time usko kya chahiye? He wants union with wife. This is what life is about. Work hard, play hard. Okay? This is the life of a dog. That is what Puranas, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam tells. We don't want to live that life, because that life is available even to the dogs and hogs. They are also working very hard during the day, running behind the ball which master has thrown. And then in the night they are also mating and producing other dogs. There is no difference between animals and human beings if we also live our life in that way. This human life is very, very rare. There is a big responsibility we have got. And we have to execute this responsibility very carefully and get out of this material world. In this material world, everyone suffers in this material world. Please hear this carefully. Everyone suffers in this material world. Whether you are a good person or you are a क्या हो गया भाई? ये क्या है? अच्छा, प्रभु क्या करूं? एयर प्ले. ओके. Why do bad things happen to good people? Good people also will suffer. There is no guarantee. If you are a good man, death will not come to you. किसने बोला ऐसा? Right? Nobody is saying. If you are thinking by being a good human being, you will escape death, sorry. No. जन्म लिया है तो हम नहीं पड़ेगा. Whether we are good or bad. Right? Then what is the incentive to be? मैं अच्छी क्यों बनूं प्रभु जी? सब लोग पॉलिटिक्स करते हैं मेरे सामने, सब लोग फायदा उठाते हैं मेरे अच्छेपन का फायदा उठाया. People are taking advantage of my goodness. Why I should be good? You tell me. This is a question everyone had. I also had. Okay? Right? Why only I should not play politics when everyone is doing? सबको promotion मिला, मैं भी क्यों नहीं करूं? Correct? This is the question which all of us will have. What is the use case? What is the business case for being good? We will see in these sessions. So our topic is why do bad things happen to good people? Doesn't matter. ठीक है. थोड़ा टाइम का क्या ऐसे टच करोगे तो हो जाएगा? Dipankar Prabhu, 80 for you. Allowed to keep term. Repeat the semester. Okay. वो आपका हाथ से ही मानेगा लगता है. Okay. Why do bad things happen to good people? नहीं ये नहीं. Okay, चलो ठीक है. रहने दो. That's okay. Even if it is there, that's fine. That's our topic for today. Okay. Bhagavad Gita has got 5 subject matters. Can anyone say? First class, all of you are fantastic students. I know you never looked at the screen. I trust all of you. I trust your memory from the previous class. I know nobody looked at the screen and answered very quickly. Okay. Okay. There are 5 subject matters. This you have to by heart. IJP K square. Okay. Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala and Karma. Ishvara. We discussed this in the previous classes. Ishvara. Who is Ishwar? Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Krishna or Vishnu. Okay. We will talk about Shiva Tattva later. Okay. Shivji was almost there. Okay. We will talk about that. Don't think that मेरे शिव जी को तो मैंने अपमान कैसा किया. Don't let your mind do that. अभी ठहरो थोड़ा. अभी गुस्सा मत होना. ठीक है. बताएंगे. Tell that mind. बेटा थोड़ा बैठ, शांति से बैठ. Okay. सब जवाब मिलेगा. Jeev means what? We. Living entities. All of us. Bhagavad Gita talks about God. Bhagavad Gita talks about all of us who are his what? Who are his part and parcels. Who are his amsha. The third one. अभी यही गायब हो गया. अभी क्या करूं मैं? Okay. So the third topic. Now you have been suspended from school. अब हदें पर ये उठा ही लेके गए यहाँ से. All right. Okay, no problem. Don't worry. Take your time. I was just joking. Okay. The third topic. In fact, I don't want it on the screen only. Okay. Otherwise, you will keep admiring that. Then you will think, इन्होंने blue क्यों डाला background? Font कौन सा होगा ये? Calibri है या Times Roman? You will not listen to what I am saying. उसको ही देखते बैठोगे. That's why PPT is a very poor way of. We will हम लोग आँख में आँख डाल के बात करेंगे. इसको बंद ही कर देना आप. Okay. We will come to it when we need it. Okay. Only then we will see it. We will use it to consolidate our learning, not for learning. Okay. What are the 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita? क्या बात है. हाँ? काला नहीं, काल. काला क्या होता? Kal. Okay. Kal means time. Ishwar means God. Jeev means we, the spirit soul. Third topic क्या था? Prakriti. Prakriti is also sometimes referred to as gun. Prakriti is material nature, जो बाहर है, प्रकृति, ठीक है? And Prakriti, and it is also called as गुण, अंदर का नेचर और बाहर का नेचर, our nature and mother nature. That's why Prakriti and Gun are together in that topic, right? So, our topic now is to understand our own natures. What kind of nature should we develop so that we become qualified to enter Vaikuntha? What is the topic? What kind of nature we ourselves should develop for going back to Vaikuntha? Not what kind of quality my wife should develop for going to Vaikuntha. Not बच्चों को संस्कार देना ना प्रभु जी, आपको है क्या संस्कार पहला? So whenever we are given some instruction, we always tell, देख प्रभु जी ने क्या बोला, बोला ना प्रभु जी ने humble रहने का, बोला ना उन्होंने. We always think instructions are for other people. But thanks to the air hostess, what she says, कृपया अपने मुख पे लगाएं, फिर बच्चे के मुख पे लगाएं. First we have to put the mask on our face. Then only we can even consider putting mask on other people's faces. Correct? In this world, who can we control at best? Thank you very much. Very realized statement. ये समझने के लिए लोगों को एक many lifetimes people come to this material world and then they realize, बॉस यहाँ पे कुछ गड़बड़ लगता है. Looks like यहाँ का राजा मैं नहीं हूँ. मेरे को तो लग रहा था मैं ही राजा हूँ यहाँ का. I used to think that I am the Raja. But I am not the Raja. I am not the king. I am not the controller. The more and more I try to control, then less and less I am realizing I am not the controller. The only realization I am developing as I grow old is that I am a fool. When you come to this realization, you are 70% self-realized. 70% marks you have got out of 100, but not good enough. To go to Godhead, how much marks you need? No. Little less than 100 is okay. 99 okay. Prabhupada said actually 70 is okay. He said 70% good, you will go back, he said. Okay. Then remaining 30%, how do we go back? Remaining 30%? It is called as management quota. It is called as what? Management quota in university. In spiritual language, what is it called as? Guru Kripa. It is called as Guru Kataksham. We go back, अपने बलबूते में हम नहीं जा पाएंगे. We will only go back by the mercy of our Guru. Right? Whoever thinks, मैं करके दिखाऊंगा, अपने बलबूते पे मैं जाऊंगा भगवान, तेरे द्वार पे आऊंगा, बोलता देखता हूँ तेरे को, 2 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा तेरा. What will happen? कृष्णा, मैंने ठान लिया है, मैं जीवन भर किसी औरत के सामने मैं देखूंगा ही नहीं. And then what will happen? One fine day, one lady will come and say, hi handsome. Just 5 minutes, I was just observing how handsome you are. मैंने व्रत ले लिया है, जाओ. Hi handsome, why do you, do this to me? मैं तो आप ही के, I am dependent on you, handsome. And what happens? Then the male ego will say, अच्छा ठीक है, हाँ चलो ठीक है. And then that's when गया. So Maya can take any time. Please don't think Maya will not act on you. Okay? Because Maya का काम क्या है? What is Maya's job? To keep us in this jail. So she will give you नए Asian paints के shades. Right? She will show you new things. Right? You will think that you are very advanced and renounced. But Maya knows, ठीक है, इसको पता है, इसको कहाँ दबाना है पता है मेरे को. And वो ही बाहर आएगा बाद में. Wherever we think we are advanced, Maya will exactly know where you are vulnerable and Maya will hit us there. By that, what Maya will do? She will keep us always, one good thing she does, she will always keep us She will not give us any options. She will keep us here till we surrender to Krishna. Now, how does Maya do that? How does Maya keep us in this material world? What weapon does she have to keep us in this material world? पागलपन तो है, but what is Maya's weapon? How does she give us this पागलपन? ये पागलपन हमको देता कौन है? Okay, no. I will answer that question. Who is Maya Devi? Anyone knows? What is another name for her? Durga. Durga is also known as Trigunamayi Durga. Who knows this? किसको पता था ये? Durga Devi is also called as Trigunamayi. Trigunamayi means what? Trigunamayi. Teen gun. That is what we are going to say. Today's topic is what? Gun. She keeps us in this material world by keeping us subjugated under these three gunas. Maya Devi, Gujarati mein somebody has to translate because she is sitting sincerely here. Who knows Gujarati? You know? Okay. नहीं उधर बाजू में बैठी, उधर से कैसे बोलोगे? ओके, उनको बोलिए माया ना जकड़ के रखती है 3 गुण से, पकड़े रखे, वांदा करे जीवन में माया। करेक्ट? हिंदी पता चलता है? हाँ ठीक है, ओके। सो माया पकड़ के 3 गुण, कौन सा गुण में पकड़ जकड़ के रखती है माया? She gives us 3 shackles: golden shackle, silver shackle and bronze shackle. But whatever you may call it, it is what? Shackle. Suppose you put a golden shackle and then tie me here. मुझे घर जाना है, you know? You will say, अरे क्या प्रॉब्लम है? गोल्ड का है भाई, बिल्कुल 24 कैरेट है, चलेगा क्या? बोले वाटर गोल्ड है यार, लेकिन शैकल है यार, मेरा फ्रीडम नहीं हो रहा है, मानता हूँ गोल्ड है, अच्छा ठीक है, इसके ऊपर थोड़ा डायमंड भी डाल देता हूँ, अभी चलता है? नो, इट्स अ शैकल. सो माया कीप्स अस बाउंड इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड बाय गिविंग अस व्हाट? 3 shackles. This is the most important lesson of Bhagavad Gita. What are these 3 shackles? Anyone knows? Huh? Very good. Sattva gunam, rajo gunam and tama gunam. Sattva gun, raj gun और tama gun English में mode of goodness, mode of passion and mode of ignorance. Which mode are you in? Suppose I ask, what will you say? Very good, thank you very much. All 3. We are all subjugated by all 3 at different points in time. कभी सद्गुण के अंदर, कभी रजगुण के अंदर, कभी तमगुण के अंदर. Right? Sorry? Percentage variation. Very nice. There is only percentage variation. Correct? We are all caught up in Satgun, Rajagun and Tamagun. And that's why Durga Devi keeps us in this world. Right? Now let us talk about these 3 things in detail. Satgun, the mode of goodness, we will talk about. No, let's talk about mode of ignorance. चलो ascending order में जाते हैं, तब मजा आएगा. Right? We'll talk about first Tamagun. Tamagun, now I will quiz you on this next week. So remember this point. Tamagun is characterized by dash. Suppose I ask you, तमगुण is characterized by dash. तमगुण का सबसे बड़ा प्रमाण डैश क्या है? Inactivity. This is, remember, note it down if you want. Tamagun is characterized by what? Inactivity. Inactivity means what? थोड़ा बर्तन धो के दे दो ना, कंटाल आता है. This is called as what? Inactivity. बोर मारता है. In office, do you see such subordinates in your team? You can't do anything. बेटा उठ जा. Right? I had one colleague in my office. 50 बार काउंसलिंग ऐसा. हाँ, क्या जगन? बोला हो गया. Have you finished? Finished. अजाइल मेथोडोलॉजी, दिस फेलो इज द मोस्ट इन अजाइल. वो पूरा निद्रा में है, उसको कहाँ से अजाइल में लेके आऊँ मैं. तो बोला तेरा शरीर में जरा, बदन में जरा स्फूर्ति लेके आना भाई. राइट. Even in studies you will see, right? Sometimes what happens? The moment you see that math textbook, I'm not well, mama. Right? This is called as what? The moment you say studies. But then we say that I think India Pakistan is playing. हाँ कभी. And then suddenly क्या होता है? Energy flows into your body. अंग अंग में दौड़ता है. Right? Now this is how material modes of material nature. यहाँ पे क्या देती है? Ignorance. वहाँ पे क्या देती है? Passion. ऐसे होता है हमारा जीवन. We are lazy about certain things and we are very passionate about certain things. But mode of ignorance में there are certain activities also. There are certain activities also which as examples are given in the scriptures, which are typically mode of ignorance. We will talk about that very soon, right? But ये याद रखना, mode of ignorance is characterized by what? Inactivity. Mode of passion is characterized by what? Activity. Activity means what? मेहनत करना है, मेहनत करना है, मेहनत करना है. Work hard, work hard, work hard. Boss, 7 o'clock. Sir, I am going home, sir. 7 o'clock, sir, wife is waiting, sir. 7 o'clock, half day जा रहा है क्या बाप आज? In India, what happens when you go at 7 o'clock? You are going half day. Right? That was the culture. That's why I left. I used to get up, and we used to tell, hey, वो विभूति उठ गया क्या देखो यार जरा. विभूति was our big boss. वो उठ गया क्या? बोलता कैबिन में लाइट ऑफ है, चलो भागो यार. वो आने के पहला नहीं तो पकड़ा देगा. जगन, I think we'll discuss a proposal. Barclays Bank has come up with something. बोल के 8 बजे 8:30 बजे मीटिंग शुरू होता है वहाँ पे. I remember in my earlier years, go to office at, I used to be in Ahmedabad. I used to be a consultant for Arvind Mills, right? So I used to go to office at 8:30 in the morning and come home at 12:30. One Chinese restaurant I used to eat in. Every day ऐसा काम किया उधर. Every day. Okay? It was a complete mess, that project. वो project को वापस लाने के पहले मेरा दम निकल गया. Right? I and one more person. But the only good part was what? Whenever I used to come at 11:30, we used to start 11:30, 11:45. There is a place called Khatraj in Gujarat. I don't know how many of you know. I used to take a car because and the project manager, he was a devotee. He was a devotee of someone called Muralidhara Swamigal in Chennai. So I used to sit in his car and he used to drive. And then I used to hear lectures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, I used to hear. And that's where my devotional life started. So though I was living like a donkey, I was working like a donkey, but one good thing was there. रात को आते वक्त कैसेट लगाता था. Then we used to come to the Chinese restaurant and then he used to wait for us. And during that time, I asked that man, that project manager, his name was Lakshmi Narayanan. I asked Lakshmi, what is the goal of life यार? ऐसे कुत्ते जैसा काम करना पड़ेगा क्या? Then he said, क्या सवाल पूछा भाई तूने? इसका जवाब मेरा गुरु देंगे. And who was that person? Muralidhar Swamigal, not Krishna. Krishna comes as... And then Muralidhar Swamigal came to Ahmedabad. He said, I want to meet that boy who asked this question to you. Because ये सवाल कोई very rarely people ask. People think that हाँ बस काम करके फर्स्ट क्लास पैसा कमाना है और ब्रांडेड टी शर्ट होना चाहिए, बच्चे को भी ब्रांडेड शू, सब कुछ ब्रांड ही दिखना चाहिए, सब जगह से ब्रांड दिखना चाहिए. करेक्ट? प्रेस्टीज होने को मांगता है लाइफ में. एंड आई आस्क्ड हिम द क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द गोल ऑफ लाइफ? एंड हिज Muralidhar Swamigal said, this is a very nice question. Who asked this question? And then he said, I am coming to Dham. And then I want to meet this boy. And I had the opportunity of sitting next to him and driving with him whole day. And whole day he gave me instruction, right? Answers to questions. That's where my spiritual life started. Not with ISKCON, I can tell you that. Okay? Of course, then Prabhupada's books. And he was the one who directed me to ISKCON. He said, take shelter of Prabhupada, he told me. Okay, I don't know whether he saw that in future I will be in ISKCON, but he told me. Prabhupada is the Mahan, Kaliyugatta, Samibatla Mahan Yar, Abdin Keta. Prabhupada. Huh?
He is also a devotee of ISKCON.
ಯಾರೇ ಮುರಳೀಧರ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಾಮ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಅವರು ಬಂಡರಲ್ಲ. He is also doing what? Nam Prachar. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He is also doing in villages of India, right?
God organization.
Huh?
God organization.
Yes. Okay. So therefore, Rajagun is characterized by what? Activity. If you ask a Rajaguni, Zindagi ka maqsad kya hai? What will they tell you? Mera kaam, work is worship. This means what? Mode of passion. Don't think right wrong right now. आपका mind बोल रहा है right wrong. Don't see right and wrong. The moment you see right and wrong, you will become judgmental on people. Don't see right and wrong. Just neutrally observe. Okay, I think she needs attention. Poor thing, she must be getting so fried here. वो बेचारी वो इधर मैं भगवत गीता बोल रहा हूँ, उसको खेलने का है. It's a real torture on the child. Okay, please hear carefully. Mode of passion is characterized by activity. Work is worship, right? So what was I saying? What was the last point I was saying? Anyone remembers? Don't become judgmental because we say that. We have to become an observer. What Bhagavad Gita will make us? Bhagavad Gita will make us an observer of people. बाहर से आप देखो, it will give you a lens by which to observe what everyone is doing, right? Not to judge them, but when you observe, you will develop more faith in what Krishna has told. How Maya is working, you will be able to see. That's why Bhagavad enlightenment means what? Enlightenment means what? Eyes which have been purified by knowledge. That is called as what? Enlightenment. A heart which is fully illuminated with knowledge. And then the eyes are seeing through the lens of the what Krishna has told. That is when that person is called as Buddha or enlightened person, right? Everything in this world you are seeing through the scriptural spiritual lens, right? So when you see this mode of passion, best way of observing mode of passion is go on Monday morning to CBD and just stand in the street. You will see some people are running from this corner to that corner in a suit, and some corner people are running from that corner to this corner. Someone's office is in Burke Street, someone's office is in Collins Street, somebody is in Latrobe Street. Everybody is running here and there. Everyone is very busy. Everyone is very busy, right? If you stop someone on a Monday morning and ask them, what is the goal of life? You know why you laughed? Because it will look ridiculous. Why? Because mahol kya hai? Mode of passion. Correct? Right? It's just like singing a fast song when there is a death in the house. मतलब बोले इधर मृत्यु हो गई है और तुम क्या यार ये गाना लगा रहा है. There is something wrong. So in that mode of passion, this kind of a question does not fit. Right? Someone who is drunk and fallen in the gutter, if you ask that person, hey, ut, जिंदगी का मकसद क्या है? सोने देना यार, पीने का और सोने का. That is what they'll tell you. What is the goal of life? दम मारो दम, मिट जाए गम. That song told that in a very wrong light. Devanand portrayed. Okay? But this is not. There was one song in Hindi. सूटा लगा हो यारो, लो एक दूजे का झूठा, जुड़ जाएगा दिल जो टूटा. मारो सूटा. This is a song. What kind of song is this? Okay? This is not philosophy. This is only rhyme. Anything which rhymes need not be the truth. Please understand. जब तक सूरज चांद रहेगा सलमान तेरा नाम रहेगा. अच्छा है. It rhymes nicely, but that is not the truth. The absolute truth, whether it rhymes or not, can be only understood from the scriptures. So mode of passion में people are so busy, they don't have any time for considering even the purpose of life. भी नहीं, time नहीं है उनको, right? But मौत daily क्या हो रहा है? एक step नजदीक. The jaws of death are coming, and you are very busy. Mr. Busy is called as what? Mode of passion. Remember this. ये पूरा खून के अंदर जाना चाहिए ये. Okay? That's why I'm repeating, going slow. Above that is what? Mode of goodness. मोड ऑफ गुडनेस में क्या है? मुझे हमारे लिए कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हम तो सिर्फ चाहते हैं कि बारातियों का स्वागत पान पराग से हो. आई एम जोकिंग. दीज आर द पीपल हु विल नॉट टेल द सेकेंड लाइन, हु विल टेल द फर्स्ट लाइन. मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे सिर्फ चाहिए, मैं तो समाज के कल्याण के लिए काम करना चाहता हूँ. आई वॉन्ट टू ओनली वर्क फॉर अदर्स, आई ओनली वॉन्ट टू गिव अदर्स. आई एम अ गुड मैन, मैं बहुत अच्छा आदमी हूँ, मैं दूसरों को सिर्फ देना चाहता हूँ. देखिए, लुक एट द पुअर पीपल हियर, लुक एट द चिल्ड्रन हु डोंट हैव एनी क्लोथ्स इन देयर बॉडी. Look at the children. Some are studying in Harvard, what is that? Kilwington Grammar School, Penley and Essendon Grammar School, paying 32,000 fees per annum. And look at some people, even they don't have time to go, they don't have money to go to municipal school. Look at the disparity in this world. बहुत गलत बात है, मैं कुछ करना चाहता हूँ. This is called as what? Which mode? Mode of goodness. Look at the people who are lepers, like this. अम्मा अम्मा अम्मा. दया आया मुझे देख के, मैं हूं दयावान, दया आया मुझे देख के, मैं इन लोगों के लिए कुछ करना चाहता हूं. इज दिस गुड और बैड? 100% it is good. How many people even think like this today? Because everyone is busy. So these people are not busy, they are great because they want to think about others. Now problem क्या है भाई? You will wonder, are these people not best qualified to go back to spiritual world? इसमें पकड़ के रखने वाला बात क्या है? Why are you calling this as a shackle? ये मोड ऑफ गुडनेस, ये मोड ऑफ गुडनेस तो भगवान बुलाना चाहिए, मुरली लेके आना चाहिए. बॉस प्लेन लेके आया, टिकट भी है, चल आजा, जैन वेजिटेरियन फूड भी है तेरे लिए, आजा बिजनेस क्लास में बैठ, वैकुंठा जाते हैं. Normally we will think like that, but no, there is a problem in mode of goodness also. What is the problem? Krishna says, mode of goodness means addressing the symptom of the problem. Hear carefully, understand carefully. Mode of goodness means what? Say it, say it. Addressing the, no, addressing the symptom of the problem, not the problem. You are addressing only the symptom.
It's a diagnosis only.
Sorry?
It's a diagnosis only.
It's a diagnosis, yes, but it's not only diagnosis. It is curing, but curing what? What are you giving? You are only giving first aid. You are only giving what? First aid. You are not going to the root of the problem. You are not going to the root of the problem. In English there is a proverb. You feed a person for one day, you will, what happens? You feed a person for one day, you feed him for one day, and you teach him how to do a job, you feed him for a lifetime. Does it make sense? So in one, why that English proverb is there? Because in one case, what are you doing? You are only giving him food. कितना दिन दोगे आप? Even if you want to open lepers organization, how much will you give in your lifetime? Do you think by your giving the problem will get solved? No. I am not saying don't give. But please understand, by your becoming a good man, the world is not going to change. Why? Why? Because this material world has been designed to suffering. Who is saying that? I am not saying. Who is saying this? Krishna. What does he say? Arjuna, this material world is dukhalayam ashashvatam. Dukha alayam. It's a jail. No matter how much air conditioning you will put in jail, no matter if you open a McDonald's outlet inside the jail, a jail is still a jail. Understand? A jail is still a jail. You cannot, by helping the poor people with your money, by opening charitable hospitals, you are not going to help them escape the jail. You are only going to make them comfortable little more as long as they are inside this jail. Can you prevent anyone from dying by your good nature? मैं अच्छा आदमी हूँ, मैं वादा करता हूँ कि तुम नहीं मरोगे. How does that sound? Right? क्या वादा, तो उसका ही गारंटी नहीं है. Good persons also die. So good persons cannot prevent others from getting old age, disease, death. Therefore, mode of goodness is not considered the highest in self-realization. It is not the highest, right? It is good. There is no doubt about it. Okay. Now, examples. Okay. The best idea you will get of all the three. I will show you a table now. प्रभु जी किधर गया वो? iPad. हाँ? Who is doing? अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है. प्रभु जी वो iPad में ना घुमा और आगे. There is a table which will come. I want to show that table to everyone. आगे बस stop बस. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay. So nature. यहाँ पे can you see the first column here everyone? Can you see the first column? What is written there? Parameter. How are they classified on various parameters? For example, in a grammar school, when they interview your child for scholarship, what parameters do they use? What do they use? How good he has performed academically, how good he has done in music, how good he has done in sports, what leadership activity he has taken. Correct, no? That is how they notice when they take your child in some school for scholarship. Similarly, what are the parameters? Those are on the left hand side, and right hand side mein 3 columns are there: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Okay, let's go one by one. Preferred time of the day. Mode of goodness wale log, they are active in which part of the day? Morning. Okay. Tang tang tang. Om. In the morning. Mode of passion wale log, when are they more active? After 9 o'clock. Right? Busy. Mode of ignorance, when are they active? Most. Okay. 10 o'clock. Party time. Whereas 10 o'clock is what? Sleep time, beta. 10 बजे तो मेरा दिन शुरू होता है बाप. That's what they'll tell you. Right? So that is what characterized by what? Mode of ignorance. देखा कितना उल्टा दिशा में जा रहा है गंगा. Right? Between the 3 types of modes. Right? Food. Mode of goodness में what do people like? Sweet. प्रभु बहुत salt मत डालना, बहुत नमक नहीं, बहुत sweet भी नहीं चाहिए. Okay? सब moderation में देना मुझे. ठीक है? Milk, fruits, vegetables. Mode of passion means what? Kashmir, what is that called as? Veg kolhapuri लेके आ रहा है यार, extra मार के लाना. One veg kolhapuri. Sir, spicy sir. Oh yes. Spicy. So what is that? That is mode of passion. मतलब कान से धुआं निकलना चाहिए जब वो पानी पूरी खाओ तब तो. भैया और पानी पूरी थोड़ा तीखा बना. आँख से आना चाहिए ऐसा. बाद में भैया मीठा पूरी देना फ्री वाला वो लास्ट वाला जो मिलता है ना 6 के बाद. After 6 पानी पूरी the last one free one you get. भैया सूखा पूरी देना. Okay, so that क्या होता है? Like that. That is what is that called? You know what? You know where this is from? Bhagavad Gita. हर एक के ऊपर वर्स है भाई. Every single of these cells has got one verse in Bhagavad Gita. Did you know that? You may be thinking, मैं ऐसे invent किया. No, this is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is telling Arjun, mode of passion, Rajguna means what? Too salty, too pungent, hot, red pepper. Put that Tabasco sauce. Let it burn. And in that I find, taste. मजा आ गया खा के. पूरा धुआं आ गया सब जगह से. Right? And then mode of ignorance is what? Wine. Sir, what is that I told last week, no? Sir, you have to spit the wine or something. Right? And that in Bombay, not in Maharashtra, they make something called as feni. Feni, no? It's called as? कुछ तो बोलते हैं ना, कुछ तो सड़ा हुआ कुछ तो लेके बनाते हैं वो. Okay, something like that. I don't know. The process itself was like, stale, bad odor, meat, liquor. When you pass through, you feel like kodalalla olila vara madri. Correct? Komatradhen solluvaanga tamilla. Like that. That is what? You are eating something and suddenly वो smell आता है. And you know, my God, ये क्या खा रहा है यार ये लोग, right? मैं तो सूंघ भी नहीं सकती हूँ और ये लोग उसको पका के खुशी से खा रहे हैं. That is how Maya. Can you imagine? Somebody can't tolerate it, but somebody loves it. Okay, that is how human beings are. कितना variety है देखो human beings में. That is put in mode of ignorance. After liquor, will someone say, अभी मजा आएगा काम करने में. Let us do Java coding. After 3 bottles, what will happen to cyber security if you put such a software engineer? Gaya. Correct. And then, have you ever heard that after drinking, someone's behavior is wonderful? What happens after? गाली दिया, माफ कर यार, कल थोड़ा पी लिया था यार. Nobody will say, कल पी के थोड़ा भगवत गीता बोल दिया यार, माफ करना यार. Have you ever heard anyone like that saying? Right? When you drink, what happens? Yeah. So that is mode of ignorance. Music. What is the kind of music? Mode of goodness wale. Jai Ram, Sri Ram. This is what mode of goodness music. Savere होता ना, that music which will come. Flute वाला music. Savere flute के music से उठना morning में. What is the morning rag? Who knows? Who is music person? Huh? Vopalam. Vobalam ragam in the morning, right? Utho वहाँ से. That is called as what? Mode of goodness. Kirtan and bhajan, spiritual music. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Morning mein, this is one. What about mode of passion? I'm bad. The whole world wants to know who's bad. Dum 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 dum. This is what is called as what? Wow! Woo! What is this? Mode of passion. Bolo tara thatne na padi na patne na pad bolo tara. Okay, this is what? This is called as what? इसमें कोई ऐसा, does anyone go into, कितना अच्छा लगा दिलेर जी, बहुत सुकून आया आपका गाना सुन के. ऐसा कोई बोलता है क्या? What do you start doing after that? And then or दो body like this is what happens when you hear that music. Correct? इसमें तो कोई संत नहीं बनता है ये गाने से. Correct, no? So this is called as what? Agitating to the mind. And what is that written there? Shattering the windows of the house. I used to do that. I was a culprit. मैं भी कुछ दूध का धुला हुआ नहीं था. I used to put that. Beat it. And my mother used to tell Krishna, Ennada Brahmana vayatala vandu porandirkada. Michael Jackson. My mother used to tell like that. क्या ब्राह्मण के पेट में मेरा पैदा हुआ तू, कहाँ से, क्या गाना है यार. I used to tell mama, what you know Carnatic music, takidatom, what nonsense. Michael Jackson, what a move, beat it. पूरा जवानी इसी में गया. Correct. And those times we were under the mode of, मैं वही तो हूँ अभी. Same person is talking to you now. Only what has happened now, थोड़ा बहुत Guru has saved me from that, My mother used to say, not a kaka veli vanna madari aadra. Means fits आया वैसा नाच रहा है. Michael Jackson. Okay. बोला ये नृत्य है क्या? My mother used to say, mode of goodness means Bharatnatyam, Abhinayam, Krishna. Krishna tarangal zaranga rajalu. And you are doing Abhinayam in Bharatnatyam of bhajans, right? And then when you do like that, then लगता है कुछ culture है यार. So this is called as music. And music inducing sleep. वो क्या है? I used to go to that. What is that called as? वो shop क्या है? Bangalore में. I forgot. Crosswords. It was my favorite place. काम करो और रात शाम को crosswords में जाके बैठो. Okay. Have a corn bread in crosswords. And then buy cassettes. That cassettes was sleep music. वो music से क्या आएगा? नींद आ जाएगा. Okay. That is that sleep music. Or music which will, generally which will make you inactive. Right? So that is called as mode of ignorance. Worship. Who do the people in mode of goodness worship? The Devi Devatas. Who do these people worship? Ganesh ji. Right? Devi Devatas. They will worship. Right? Who and what do they, and mode of passion wale, who they will worship? Politicians. And whose photograph will be on the altar? I promise you this is true, whatever I am telling. Sanjay Dutt was worshipped on the altar. Do you know that? People used to keep a photo of Sanjay Dutt, and in Chennai, Khushbu, movie star, there is a temple for that. Correct, no? Khushbu, now they have removed, I heard. Right? Thankfully, some sense has prevailed.
New temples are.
Huh?
New temples are.
New temples have come, huh? No, of new, okay. What is that? Khushbu is in Melbourne now, huh? Oh, sorry. 2 मिनट के लिए आया अल्टोना मेडोस में भक्ति वृक्षा में बुलाइए उसको. It has been my dream to preach to a film star. Anyway, okay. One of my friends is very powerful in the film industry. My classmates. Okay, so he is married this Vidya Balan. I told you about this, right? Yeah. Siddharth Roy Kapoor. He was my batchmate. Very good friend of mine. But someday I want to preach to him. One day, Krishna willing, it will happen. Okay. Powerful and so. आवाज प्लीज थोड़ा कितना टाइम है? 3 मिनट है और 3 मिनट है. 3 minutes खाली माता जी प्लीज. So who do they worship? They worship powerful and influential people. And they worship who? Demonic personalities. I worship Adolf Hitler. I worship Bill Gates. ये Bill Gates ने क्या किया है किसी को पता नहीं है. They will worship him because of his position, power, money, status, looks. People who worship all these things, they are people in the mode of passion. Who is your idol? My idol is Gautam Adani. Like that. Somebody will say like that. No? So much hard work he did. क्या एम्पायर खड़ा किया है उसने यार. मैं भी ऐसा एम्पायर खड़ा करूंगा. That is called as, और उसके लिए मैं क्या करूंगा? काम करूंगा. That is mode of passion, characterized by activity. Mode of ignorance. Who do they worship? Alak Niranja dum 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 dum, and then the skeleton will come. आ रहा है, आ जाओ. You see the tantric and mantrik doing that, no? With the skull and all that. That is what is called as, that is still worship. They are worshipping who? But they are worshipping Satan. In English, this is called as what? These people are the people who do black magic, kala jadoo. I don't want to scare you in the night. Okay? These are the people. Okay? They will come with big dadi. They will look scary also. Sir, जॉब ही नहीं मिल रहा है, कुछ कीजिए ना. कौन है आपका बॉस? उसका सर से एक बाल निकाल के लाओ. नेक्स्ट डे बॉस गया. Okay, it is with regret to inform that he has left this world this morning. Okay, and then you are sitting in that position now. You went to the tantric, he did something, right? Kala jadoo. So that is what? That is mode of tamagun, right? Austerity, right? Austerity means what? Dipankar Prabhu, 2 minutes please, only 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes, please 2 minutes. प्लीज, नहीं तो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन जाएगा सब लोग का. 2 मिनट में हो जाएगा प्रोग्राम, आई प्रॉमिस यू. ऑस्टेरिटी लास्ट वाला, जो आप ऑस्टेरिटी कर रहे हो ना अभी इतना देर, बहुत टाइम से भूख लगा है ना पेट में. ओके, बट दैट ऑस्टेरिटी मीन्स व्हाट? आई एम टेकिंग सम फिजिकल इनकन्वीनियंस फॉर द प्लेजर ऑफ हु? फॉर द प्लेजर ऑफ लॉर्ड. व्हेन यू डू दैट, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ऑस्टेरिटी इन द मोड ऑफ गुडनेस. व्हाट इज ऑस्टेरिटी इन द मोड ऑफ पैशन? दैट इज व्हाट हिरण्यकशिपु डिड. व्हाट ही डिड? मैं तपस करूंगा, बट उसके बदले में न दिन में न रात में, न आदमी न औरत, neither a man nor woman, neither in the daytime nor the night time, right? I cannot be killed. So why are you doing that austerity? Because you want power. रिटर्न में कुछ चाहिए. मैंने तुम्हारे लिए ये किया भगवान, मुझे वापस क्या देगा तू? That is called as what? You are doing austerity, but in the mode of passion. Rajagun. Rajagun में क्या चाहिए? I want power, wealth, position. This is called as Rajagun. And Tamagun में what is the austerity? Torturing oneself with no tangible benefit. What is an example of that? ये इधर इसको निकाल के, ये जो है ना, इसके ऊपर से एक रिंग इधर डालने का है. In the morning you see like that in the tram, right? इधर से एक ऐसा, ऐसा आएगा. फिर इधर बाल half will be green, half will be purple. You have seen all that? And you will, if you ask them which group you belong to, what is the name of the group? No, punk, but what is the name? Goth culture. Goth culture. Okay, that is exactly what this is. Torture yourself as well as others, right? This is also austerity because you are subjecting the body to some kind of a difficulty, and we also subject to the body to some difficulty in Vaikunta Ekadashi. Correct or no? We also subject, but what there is a difference. That subjecting the body to that torture is still coming under mode of Tamagun mein aa raha hai. Now, conclusion. Aaj ka class ending. Last statement. If you are here, I am getting up. Okay, conclusion of the class. If you operate here, now connect it to the previous class. Connect it to the previous class. What did we discuss in the previous class? What did I show you in the previous class? Who remembers? I showed you Bhur, Bhuva, Swar, Lok, upper heavenly planets, lower heavenly planets, hellish planets and beach wala earthly planets. Connected to this now. This means losing your human form. More and more we operate here, we are going to lose our human form and go down to which planets? Hellish planets. Hellish planets. Operate on this platform. Chances means what? You will have to come back into earth. Because what do you want to do? You want to work. And what is karma bhumi? Earth. So you like working? बेटा काम करते रहे. अगला जन्म में ये जन्म में TCS, अगला जन्म में Cognizant Technology, नेक्स्ट जन्म में Infosys, उसके बाद Accenture, उसके बाद KPMG, उसके बाद Deloitte, उसके बाद Booz Allen, उसके बाद McKinsey. आते रहे बेटा, आते रहे. Westpac Bank, Commonwealth Bank, where will you go? Okay, आते रहना, काम करते रहो पूरा जीवन. Come, be subjected to जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि, life after lifetime. Business कर, फिर भी मरने वाला है. Right? ये टाइम तेल का बिजनेस कर, अगले जन्म में something else you will do business, right? That is mode of passion. And mode of goodness, if you operate in, where will you go? Remember that example? My friend got a paid vacation in Australia. Where you go? You go to the heavenly planets. If you operate in mode of goodness, right? But whether you go to heaven, whether you go to hell or whether you are in earth, you are still within the confines of the material world. बाहर कहाँ निकले जेल से? Only you have gone to first class jail, second class jail and third class jail. In this, you are standing in the train. In this, you are sitting in the train. In this, you are in the air conditioned coach traveling in the train. But all of them are in the train. Right? So all of us are in the jail. So this is how Trigunamayi Durga Devi or Maya, that is why she has got these 3 points. You remember, if you see Durga Devi, she's standing with Trishul. That one stands for mode of ignorance, mode of passion. So what she does, during the times of the day, she makes us subjugated under these 3 modes में रखती है अपने को. Sometimes we think we are a good man. Sometimes we think we are a successful man. Sometimes we are lazy to even think who we are. Right? So that is how she traps us. This is the first session we had on Gun. We will dive deeper into these 3 gunas and see what happens, and also we will find out how to get out of this. Right? We will give practical blueprint for getting out of this. But keep coming. Okay? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments? You can serve prasadam now. I can take question by the time prasadam comes to you.
Sir,
Yes, boliye.
the bad food. I'm not a racist, but how does this Asian food, all the people, Asian food, they eat?
Asian food.
Yeah,
Huh?
Chinese.
Huh?
They all smell bad.
Huh?
So, is it all?
Food, भगवान ने किधर बोला नहीं Chinese food is in the mode of passion. He said too much salt, too much spice is in the mode of passion. So even if you have Chinese food, as long as it is not too spicy, that's okay.
No, ignorance.
Yeah.
The actual food.
Huh?
Actual food. He's talking about all the proper Chinese food with all those.
With all that beef and all, 100% mode of ignorance.
No. So even without beef,
Huh.
if you even have this vegetable, the actual food, the sauces they put it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
all,
fish sauce.
Yeah, there's a fish sauce and oyster sauce.
हाँ, fish oil means mode of ignorance ही है ना वो, और क्या है? It is mode of ignorance.
Even without the fish sauce, there's another sauces there.
Yes.
Plum sauce.
The moment Please understand the underlying principle. Okay, underlying principle क्या है? If you are satisfying your tongue by the blood of an animal, it will come under mode of ignorance. That is the next class. I have not told you what is dharma. Dharema. All of you only know Dharampaji, right? I am going to tell you what is dharma. Next class. Okay. Dharma stands on 4 pillars. Once you understand that, Amit ji, आपको इसका जवाब और भी अच्छी तरीके से मिल जाएगा. But next class में आना पड़ेगा आपको. Okay. Next class we will answer that question. It's a very good question he asked. Okay. What is dharma and what is adharma? We will talk about that. Yes. Yes.
What about someone who
Oh, mic दे दीजिए ना इनको. नहीं है? अच्छा ठीक है. Take this. Give it back. किधर है mic? चलेगा अभी ले लो. हो जाएगा फटाफट. कोई बात नहीं.
So it said that in mode of goodness, in the morning people are doing prayers, rituals, and like praying to God. What if someone does all of that in the evening? I personally find once my kids are in bed and I'm just in peace, that is my time to do all my chanting, meditation. I find it that time suits me and it works for me.
The activities in mode of goodness that you are doing at a time when mode of ignorance is more prevalent. Does it make sense to you? वही coder है, Java coding. Same person is doing in the morning or at 12 o'clock in the night. Does it make sense to you? So, certain activities are certain parts of the day, they are more conducive for doing certain activities. Does it make sense? You can go and play cricket in the morning also. You can do net practice. You can do it at after 12 o'clock in the night also you can do cricket, right? But the time of the day will not make you as effective in that activity as if you do the same activity in a time where that nature of that activity is more aligned with Satgun. So do it at a time when Satgun is more prevalent in the atmosphere. Does it make sense? Morning time is Satgun. Afternoon time, that is why you see morning time mein people do prayers and all that. Afternoon time people go to office and evening time people sleep. But after BPO what has happened? Evening time people go to office, morning time they start drinking and afternoon time they sleep. This is what has happened to the world, right? Everything is going ulta, Kali Yug mein. Everything is upside down to what nature has ordained. Yes, Prabhuji?
Even though we are chanting at a time which is not conducive, understand, but still we are chanting, right? So the end effect and result should be the same?
No, results will not be the same. Because your chanting quality cannot be good if you are chanting in the night.
But if it is good?
If it is good, definitely was. But 99% ऐसा मैंने कभी सुना नहीं है कि रात का टाइम पे एकदम अटेंटिव चैंटिंग किया किसी ने ऐसा.
So अगर
हाँ
Like around 7-8
हाँ कीजिए ना, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. See, I'll tell you what. Okay, let me answer this question in a different way. Okay, let me take this question to a next level. I can answer questions in level 1, level 2, level 3. मैं level 3 वाला आंसर देता हूँ आपको. The goal of chanting is to attain love of God, not to complete chanting as a compliance activity. Does it make sense? तो भाव पूर्वक chanting. Okay, morning time is full with mode of goodness. इंसान ज़्यादा करके morning time में because you are rested nicely, right? So morning time is the time for Satgun. Therefore it is said when you chant in Brahma Muhurtam means what? Morning time 2 hours before sunrise. आप खुद चैंटिंग करके देखिए. You do it yourself and test. But then you should have a good sleep. If you have slept at 2 o'clock watching Kaun Banega Crorepati and then with blurry eyes, Hare Krishna, then you will say that रात का chanting अच्छा है. Does it make sense? But if you go to bed on time, if we eat less after 6:30, ideally it is said. Of course, today is Friday, you are allowed. Okay. But normally, if we eat less after 6:30, and we don't eat at all, like he follows very nicely. I have seen him. Okay. अभी आपके ऊपर प्रेशर आ गया. अभी आप खा ही नहीं पाओगे ये प्रोग्राम में. नहीं. Sorry. He is allowed. But generally, I have seen him following that very nicely. Okay. So, if we do that, and if we wake up in the morning, on an empty, because if you fill your stomach at 10:30 in the night, you are not going to be able to get up. And even if you get up in the morning forcefully, you are going to feel tired and sleepy. If you have a good night's rest, actually it is said that if you switch off the lights at 8 o'clock, you can easily get up even at 1:30, 2 o'clock, and you will be fully fresh. Because science is saying, I am not saying, that the hours before 12 that you sleep is double effect of the hours you sleep after 12. Okay, this is how nature has ordained, right? So therefore, if you follow that and then you chant in the morning fresh, okay, when you hear Mangal Aarti, when you take the deities darshan, when you are amongst devotees, you are chanting, एक माहौल बन जाता है, माहौल. Even for शेरो शायरी they say ना माहौल बना दो यार, समा बनना चाहिए. Okay, so that is what I am talking about. Please understand the subtle aspects of this. Okay, yes, if you are a night bird and you can't wake up in the morning, and if you wake up you get headache and then you are somehow chanting, but night mein, your body is used to night time, then yes, I agree that your night time chanting will be better. But आपने आजमा के नहीं देखा मॉर्निंग में, still that morning time chanting will give you much more benefits if you are in the same physical state as you are in the night time, because the morning has got that benefits. And it is, and if you goes deeper in the scriptures, why it is called Brahma Muhurt, it is said that Brahma ji himself has promised that if you do any spiritual activity during this time, uska benefits 1,000 times multiplied. So why not take advantage of that? Huh? Why not take advantage of what is that called as Easter Day sale? वही जीन्स आपको $50 में मिलेगा, लेकिन ईस्टर में जाओगे तो 4 जीन्स खरीद सकते हो आप उसी $50 में, करेक्ट? सो व्हाई नॉट डू दैट? दैट्स व्हाट वी आर सेइंग. Why not explore that option and you come back with your realization? You don't have to believe me, ना. आपका experience is what is truth for you, correct? And we respect that, right? But we are only giving you an option to explore this also. कीजिए. अभी तक कोशिश कहाँ की है? अभी तक कोशिश कहाँ किया है to go to bed at 9 o'clock and to get up fresh in the morning at 4:30 and chant? Where have we tried this in our life? Try it and then come back, and then you will get your answer. And I don't have to give big talks. You will come and tell me, अरे ये तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मॉर्निंग टाइम में चैंटिंग, बिकॉज एवरीवन हु हैज डन इट दे हैव सेड इट. तो अपने लिए क्या अलग होने वाला है, करेक्ट? नो. सो ट्राई इट आउट प्रभु जी, ट्राई कीजिए, ट्राई करके देखिए, एंड यू शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस विद अस, राइट? एंड इफ यू ट्राई इट and if it works for you, you will inspire so many of us also to do it, correct? No? Okay, any other question? What is chanting and chattering? Chanting and chattering, okay. Chanting के various types होते हैं. Chanting and chattering is called in English as gibberish. You know what is gibberish in English? What does it mean? Volaral, we say. Volaral in Tamil, right? Gibberish means चैंटिंग एंड चैटरिंग. हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा, क्या स्कोर हुआ? कृष्णा कृष्णा राम राम. स्कोर क्या हुआ? विराट कोहली आउट हो गया. हरे कृष्णा हरे राम 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 कृष्णा गोविंदा. स्कोर क्या हुआ? कौन खेल रहा है अभी? अजिंक्य रहाणे हैज कम टू बैट. हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? चैंटिंग एंड चैटरिंग. दैट इज व्हाट यू आस्क्ड ना. चैटरिंग, चैटरिंग मीन्स ग्राम्य कथा. अभी कैसा बोलूँ? ग्राम्य कथा मालूम है आपको क्या है? इन गुजराती वी कॉल अस पंचात. पंचात करे छे. Okay, that is called chattering. Chattering means talking useless things which are not relevant for self-realization. That is called as chattering. In Sanskrit it is called as prajalpa. In Tamil we call it as vetti pech. Okay, that is called as chatting. Okay, and in which language? In Marathi what is it called? Badbad. Badbad karne. Badbad karne. This is called as chanting. That is called as chattering. Okay. So chattering along with chanting will not give full benefits, but chattering and chanting is still better than not chanting. Chattering and chanting is still better than not chanting. No, rather than not doing chanting is to do imperfect chanting, but best is to do perfect chanting, right? Okay. All right, I'll stop here because it's 15 minutes about, and all of your idli has already come now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpapunyapatam Rajan Vishwaso Neva Jayate Sharira Vidyajal Jadendriya Tahe Kal Jive Fele Vishay Sagare Tara Madhya Jivati Lobomay Shudurmati Take Jeta Kadina Samsare Krishna Bododoyamay Kori Bare Jiva Jai Swaprasadana Dilo Bhai Se Namrita Pava Radha Krishna Gunagao Preme Dako Shri Chaitanyataya Jai Nimaya Jai Nitaya जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. राधा वल्लभ महाप्रसादम की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.